In Gaza, where the Israeli army has killed at least 24 Palestinians since dawn in the latest attacks across the Strip. An Israeli drone strike on a tent housing displaced Palestinians in Nuseirat refugee camp killed 4 members of the same family. A child survived the attack but lost his father in the strike. Palestinians mourned their dead in a funeral in the early hours of Wednesday morning. The Israeli military has killed more than 42,000 Palestinians since October the 7th last year.
What is the world waiting for? Children are being killed. Old people are being killed. You are ignoring us, despite the fact that you are watching the daily massacres being committed against us.
An Israeli strike also hit a bakery in the Jabalia refugee camp. It caused a fire to break out in the crowded camp. The Israeli army has intensified its assault on northern Gaza in recent days. It's issued forced displacement orders for Palestinians there. Tareq Azzoum is joining us now live from Deir el-Balah in central Gaza. So I understand that Kamal Adwan hospital in the north of the Strip is now empty. What's the latest there?
Well, in fact, the hospitals in northern Gaza were told by the Israeli military in the past 24 hours to flee and to no longer remain operational in the north because of the expansion of the military operation in Jabalia refugee camp. What is going on there right now is that medical teams are leaving the hospitals with a very limited number of medics left behind, with the patients who are still stuck in the hospital because there has been no sort of urgent international intervention made in order to evacuate those patients from Kamal Adwan hospital. Other hospitals in Gaza in the northern Gaza have refused to flee, like al-Awda hospital, saying that they are going to keep operating in northern Gaza. We need to remind our viewers that there are around 400,000 Palestinians who are still stuck in Jabalia refugee camp. They are trying to flee to Gaza City, but roads are blocked with sand berms in order to prevent citizens from go there and take Salah ad-Din Road, in which can transfer them to the southern part of the Strip. Also, we are getting more confirmation from medical sources in Kamal Adwan hospital saying that the hospital is nearly now empty, and they are also running low in terms of fuel and medical supplies because no convoys were transferred to the hospital during the past 5 days of the military operation there.
And Tareq, more forced evacuation warnings telling people to go to al-Mawasi, which we know is not safe.
Well, these evacuation orders were given to the residents of Jabalia, Beit Hanun and Beit Lahia town. These are the main 3 important towns in northern Gaza. Families are trying not to go to the south. They have rejected. They are trying to escape to Gaza City, including to the western side of Gaza City. But the army is so determined to transfer those families to the southern part of Gaza throughout Salah ad-Din Road. Now, these families actually have been taking that decision simply because they have nowhere else safe to go. If they are going to move to the south, bombardment here also is still ongoing, in particular on refugee camps, as well as the situation looks like in the north of the Strip. Also, we need to point out a very striking fact for everyone, that the Jabalia refugee camp is completely surrounded. Families are killed, where dozens of Palestinians' bodies have been left in the narrow streets of Jabalia, and also those families who tried to flee to Gaza City, they have been shot by the Israeli occupation forces, especially with their snipers deployed on the high roofs of the buildings in order to shoot anyone who's trying to get close from Gaza City. That is the bleak reality. Starvation, unrelenting bombardment and full collapse of security conditions there, with clear and escalating attacks on Jabalia refugee camp to create some sort of corrosive environment which makes life there completely unsuitable for the vast majority of Jabalia's population.
Tareq, thank you very much indeed. Tareq Azzoum talking to us from Deir el-Balah there.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.